Good evening everyone. Welcome to the ICT Panthia YouTube channel by Vishmi Gunatilaka. Today I am going to explain ER diagram. ER diagram means entity relationship diagram. I have to say first I WhatsApp ER diagram Sinhala note to everyone. Our VTA students are concerned, there are Sinhala medium students as well as English medium students. So, some asked me to do some lesson in English medium. So, I have an opportunity to explain this lesson in English medium. In this slide, I have explained what ER diagram is in Sinhala medium. What is ER diagram? The graphical model used to create a plan for storing data is called ER diagram. This is a graphical model. This demonstrates the relationship between entities. There are three main parts that will help you to draw this diagram. First one is entity, second one is attribute, third one is relationship. What is entity? What we need to create our system is called entity. A rectangle is indicate this. Let's go to the next slide. When we consider in school system, there are many entities such as student, class, teacher and subjects. When naming entity, singular word should be used. We don't use the plural. Example, students. In this slide, I have explained what is an attribute in Sinhala. So, let's go to the next slide. Attributes. What is attribute? Introduced to identify particular entity is called an attribute. It can also introduced as the property. The property is used to identify an entity. This is indicated by an elliptical symbol. They are represented by separate ellipses. Example for this. This is a student entity. There are so many attributes such as student number, date of birth, address, age and student name. These are represented by separate ellipses. There are 5 main attributes such as key attribute, composite attribute, divert attribute, simple attribute and multi-value attribute. In this slide, I am going to explain key attribute. So, what is key attribute? First of all, you think only about student entity. Student entity is concerned, there are many attributes. Student number, date of birth, address, age and student name. In this slide, the student entity has been taken to an attribute table. Student number ICT 01, ICT 02, ICT 03, ICT 04, ICT 05. There cannot be two people with the same student number. There cannot be two people with the same student number. That is, when the student number attribute is used, the student entity can be identified correctly. Such an attribute is called key attribute. An underline is drawn to identify it. In this slide, I have explained composite attribute. What is composite attribute? A case in which an attribute has sub-attribute is called composite attribute. This is a student entity. Student entity has an attribute called name. Name is concerned, there are two sub-attributes such as first name and last name, first name or surname. These types of attribute are known as composite attribute. Divert attribute. If an attribute is created using another attribute, it is called divert attribute. Example, this is a student entity. Student entity has an attribute called date of birth and age. Their age is created according to their date of birth. Therefore, age is indicated by a striped ellipse. Let's take an example. We can relate the attribute of age directly to the entity of student. What is multi-value attribute? If a number of elements are embedded in a single property, it is called multi-value attribute. This is indicated by a ellipse with a double line. Let's take an example. Considering a student entity above, one student may have several phone numbers. Such a thing is called a multi-value attribute. In this slide, I have explained simple attribute. So, what is simple attribute? Let's take an example. This is a student entity. There are many attributes such as student number and city. One can live in any one city. Such a simple attribute is called a simple attribute. Let's go to the next slide. Relationship. So what is relationship? Relationship is used to show how an entity in a database interact with another entity. There are three main relationships. First one is one-to-one relationship. Second one is one-to-many relationship. Third one is many-to-many relationship. In this slide, I have explained one-to-one relationship. If the data is one entity is associated with only one data in another entity, it is called a one-to-one relationship. Example, this is a head of division entity. This is a division entity. Head of division control division. This has one-to-one relationship. In this slide, I am going to say about one-to-many relationship. If the data is one entity is related to several data in another entity, it is called a one-to-many relationship. This is a division entity. This is a worker entity. One division served many workers. This is a teacher entity. This is a subject entity. One teacher teach many subjects. That is called one-to-many relationship. Last one, many-to-many relationship. If number of data is one entity interact with another number of data in another entity, it is called many-to-many relationship. Let's take an example. This is a student entity. This is a subject entity. Many students follow many subjects. This is called many-to-many relationship. I think that you have a good understanding of the entity relationship diagram. So if you find my video useful, subscribe to the YouTube channel called ICT Panthia. Not only that, click on the bell in front of it and so on. Leave in your valuable comment in the comment section. Video is over for today. See you again in a new video. Stay with us. Thank you very much.